Good evening, everybody, and how are you all keeping out there in YouTube land? All keeping safe, I hope. It's been a glorious day up here today. Bit chilly this morning, but fine the rest of the day. I will just bring my worms in. There they are. Right, I'm muted on there. I'm getting an echo somewhere.
Have you seen these men? Please call 9134. Got them.
It's only £1 a minute. So we've got Dale from Maple Tree Studios, and we've got the 15% man. You're joking, man.
You're joking, man.
Right. I'll stick these guys back in the background, and I will show you what I'm going to be doing. Right. I've got a piece of olive ash on tonight with loads of voids in. Just for Jamie, this has already got a funnel. Yes! This is basically
Steve,
hollow.
you can leave the room.
Yeah, it's hollow all the way down, this is. So we're going to be trying some sort of hollow form, vase shape, something like that. I am fully expecting this to leap off the lathe at some point. But if it does, I have got another piece of wood ready to go on, and I'll get started, and this should be fun.
So in case this doesn't take very long, what I'll do is I'll start reading out who's in the chat. Out in the chat we have the lovely Mr. Alex Lambley, the positively bodacious Andy Best. I'm not going to do this today. Andy Elizabeth something very chitty. Irish Terry, Brian at Hartwood Turn, and Chris Nunn. We have David Miller. We have a lovely Douglas Mungham. We have Duncan the Curly Turner. We have Ian Leonard, Lawrence Bodega, Hey Martin at Woody's Creations, Mr. Stacey Smith, the Ever Twisted, Mr. Pete at Twisted Trees. We have Nick Castle. We have Robert Dolman, Robin Thorwood, the lovely Ruby Clare, Steve Ash, the Leonard Turner, Lewis the Klondike Craftsman, Trevor P, the Hobby Turner. We have some character called Wayne the Wood Turner, some strange chap called Jamie Page, and the ever lovely Wivey Woodshed and Wood Wizardry by Con. A few other folks have come in. We'll try and pick those up now. So having popped into the chat, we also have, I think we have Richard Fellon. We have Shop Dog Wood. I'll put my teeth in, start again. We have Shop Dog Work. Oh, I'll give up. I'll come back to that in a minute.
Just call him Mark.
No, I was going to call him Mark. I was going to say Mark. You have a lovely Mark. But anyway, Shop Dog Workshop. There you go. Don't get. You can tell I've been drinking. Martin at Woody's Creations. And we have a few. We have the Circular Keith by Wood. And we're up to 60 people watching. 13 thumbs already. Come on, folks. Let's get Wayne over that 100 mark. With John Scarborough in. Chris Cox. We have Barry's in the shed, possibly the same shed as Ian. We have yet to have photographic evidence to dispute that. Robert Lapsley's in. Yes. Gary Letitia is in. David Miller. And various other beautiful, lovely, amazing people. Oh, and me. Folks, now if you want to ask a question, I know the prevailing way to do this is QQQ, but what we really want to see is, if you want to ask Wayne a question, you need to address him by his proper title, which is All Hail the Wood Jedi. So if you have a question to ask, it must be preceded by All Hail the Wood Jedi. Alex lobbed one in just before I said that. He says, QQQ, what speed are you turning at, please, Wayne?
1,000.
Paul Dowling's in? I apologise.
Oh, how the Wood Jedi, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Did you take off the 40/40 grind off your gouge?
No, that's on a different gouge.
Good. Can you please not use it?
Folks, we're also looking for fantastic ideas to slow Wayne down. So any questions that may or may not slow down the Wood Jedi, let us know.
Can you use carbide?
I probably will be using carbide at some point.
Mike the Gentleman Woodturner says you missed him, Dale, but he's not really here.
Did
He's not on another
miss
date,
you,
is
Mark?
he?
Did you? You're out with someone else. We deliberately missed you. Go be nice to someone lovely. Beat it. Get out of here or I'll boot you. Right? Go on. Be nice. Go play. Actually, don't go play. I mean, just go and talk to someone. You know,
This is-
just
this
go
is
be
Mark-
Yeah.
Mark
Go by
watching
gentleman.
on YouTube Live is his version of a Netflix and chill.
you know.
I
I mean,
wonder,
just
I
go-
wonder
go-
how 40-40 grind will work on this.
No.
No!
Oh dear. Didn't say get it quick enough. We were too busy talking. We could have stopped him. What if I've got Jane on Messenger. I'm going to message her to come out and slow him down. Oh, Martin at Woody's Creation says, "All hail Obi-Wan Kenobi. What are you making, please?"
Right, that's it. That's that one cut. Well, that's it for this live, folks. He's finished.
I am making a sort of vase-shaped hollow form-ish type of thing.
Steve Ash, the Learner Woodturner, says, "All hail the Wood Jedi. This is just to slow you down, as Dale requested. Please list every meal you've had so far this year." Follow-on question from Douglas Mungham. He says, "All hail the Wood Jedi. How much wood is cut per year in Scotland, and how much is then replanted?"
Well, that's a very good question, which I don't know the answer.
Yeah, it's
Right,
not
that's
stopped
it.
him.
I've had enough of that.
He's let go of the lathe. Keep it coming, folks. He's let go of the lathe for a few seconds. Mr. Jammin asks, "What's the big deal with the 4040?"
I'm very worried about this piece of wood.
Really?
As you can see there, there's a hole all the way through down to the bottom. I don't
Can I
know
ask
if
a
this is going
question?
to hold together.
Is that stringy thing part of your beard?
No, it's actually part of the wood.
Good lord.
Yes, exactly.
Young Rob
If-
Lassie
if-
has a question.
Go on, mate.
All hail the Wood Jedi, or anyone else. I need an idea for storing chuck jaws not in use. Good one.
Right. Do you watch Mike Walt at all?
Who?
Because if you watch Mike, he's got a brilliant setup for storing his chuck jaws.
I never heard of him.
Nah, me neither.
Jennifer Stratton's in the chat. Stuart and Grulier's in.
If
Therese
anybody wants to
Dubois
make this
is in?
live much more interesting, there's a link at the top of the chat that says buy Wayne a wine. So, yeah, buy Wayne a wine, and this chat could get very interesting.
All hail the Wood Jedi from John Scarborough says, "Can you explain the 4040 grind, please, Wayne?"
Can I explain it?
Yeah, don't
yes.
use it, just explain it.
Okay. Let's have a look. Right. So you've got a 40 degree on the bevel, and you've also got a 40 degree on the cutting edge. That's the 4040 grind. This is where it gets very interesting. This is. I'll just take this pointy thing out of the tailstock.
Of course, I'm more intelligent. Because another way to store chuck jaws is to secrete them in the corners of your mouth, so you resemble a hamster having ate too much. Douglas Mungham says, "All hail the Wood Jedi. What is the most prolific tree grown for firewood and building materials?"
I would say probably pine.
I've got some pitch pine
Gotta
down
be.
here somewhere. It's nature's fire starter.
Twisted Pete of the Trees says, "Best way to store chuck jaws is to buy a chuck for every set of jaws."
Right next to your strong deck.
Folks, if you like what we're doing, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That tells YouTube you really like his content, and make sure it recommends it to you next time. Of course, if you would also like to treat the man to a glass of wine, there's a link at the top of the chat. It says "Buy me a coffee," and in that perspective, what we'll do is we'll slow Wayne down because he'll be hungover for many of his lives. We'll slow him down to just ridiculously fast. Brent Bowcroft is in. Cornish Maid.
This is actually it's scaring me. This is.
Is this where you discover adrenaline's brown? Do we need to have a conversation with air traffic control operator Mike Walt to say there's an incoming flight?
Yeah, it could be. If this heads off in the right direction, it could get down to Buckinghamshire.
Woo! Just give good creations in the chat.
What was that? Something fell there. No,
You
it's
can
okay.
see it in the camera. Yeah. It's something went
Not-
pinging off.
Yeah, nothing important.
You can just see it, the detritus sort of pinging off on shot.
Yeah, this could get very interesting, this piece. I might even colour this.
Good Lord. Mark Stoughton is in there.
Mark's probably just getting up for his breakfast.
Morning, Mark. How are you? What's for breakfast? Cheerios?
Well, see, he'd probably be shooting off to work just shortly.
Do you think Mark's a Cocoa Pops kind of guy or more a bacon sandwich?
He's got
Probably
bacon signage.
bacon
reckon?
sandwich, I reckon.
When he says a European hotel, do you reckon he has like a ham roll, or do you reckon he goes for the cereal?
Cornish maid reckons she can't hear us, Scott. We've gone completely quiet now, Cornish. Oh, Lawrence has spoiled the show. Oh, Lawrence.
Ruby says, I hope you're wearing a face shield, Wayne.
What's Lawrence done?
He told the Cornish maid who was the earworms.
All right.
Tony Dubois throwing out the love for the community. Says, huge thank you to this community. I'm blessed by hitting 500 subs this morning. Well done, Tony. Well done, sir.
Well done.
Nice one, Daniel.
Ruby saying, saying, are you wearing a face shield? And are you willing to give up smoking? That's not what she said.
Hang on. Right. Yes, I'm wearing a face shield.
What about the other question?
Steve
the other
Jobs.
question is no.
And Lawrence gets a kiss from Cornish maid for letting on.
I'm just going to change
Pete-
the angle of this cutter.
Okay.
Just bear with me a minute.
Young Twisted Pete from Twisted Trees says, Katie, that's because they are on the other side of the Devon border, so need to shout louder. It's very true, Pete. It's very true. Hello, can you hear us now? Let me wind this up a bit faster. Oh, you know, operator, please connect me to Devon 1384.
He's not the camera, Wayne.
Oh, bugger.
Wood Wizardry from Colin saying, that must have Wayne scared. He's wearing a mask.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
You nudge the camera, Wayne. Push the. There we go.
It's a start of getting Wayne wearing a mask. He won't be able to put a cigarette in his mouth.
Boom. Mark Stroughton says, no bacon sandwiches today. Spaghetti bolognese for breakfast.
Oh, there you go.
Spaghetti bolognese for breakfast doesn't sound the worst thing in the world. I've got to say.
It doesn't go snap, crackle, and pop though.
No, doesn't turn the milk chocolatey either. Mike Doyle says, all hail the wood Jedi. Would you consider using a lime green resin, then fill the void, and then turn it again?
No.
No, Mike.
I would.
That got a note at the word resin.
I would.
Cornish
just
Maid
say-
tells us, did you know that Cornwall was the birthplace of the first international telephone cable? I did, in fact. I've actually been there, Cornish. It's one of those places in technological history. I thought the skeleton of the lady, however, sitting in front of the exchange, poking the wires, on the other hand, I thought was a bit, not tasteful. Mark says he doesn't do cereals. Dun dun dun.
Well, ain't that great?
See, I'm a fan of Shreddies. I like Shreddies.
Do you remember the Golden Grahams? I used to really like them. They went away. They come back again for a brief time.
Tony Dubois says Wayne would sooner drink flavoured coffee than use resin.
We've had a big breaking story last night. His sister does actually like flavoured coffee.
Nah, she was kidding.
Douglas Mungham declares, all hail the wood Jedi. When I was at Pitlochry, the cottage only had wood burners. What would it have been? Only had wood burners. What would it have been? Oh, hail the wood Jedi. When I was in Pitlochry, the cottage only had wood burners. What would it have been? No idea where you're going with that, Douglas. Help us out.
Unless it's supposed to be what would it have been?
Could have been. Maybe I'm out word missing. It's a possibility.
Yeah, tree wood.
You have 91 beautiful people watching you right now, Wayne, and 33
Cheers, guys.
thumbs up.
Nice.
Welsh Terriers in?
Isn't it?
All hail the wood Jedi, says John Scarborough. Can you see the thickness as you're turning this piece?
Yes, I can, John.
Cornage Dubois says smash that thumbs up.
It's one of the things I like about turning pieces like this with voids in.
Folks, if you like what Wayne's doing, please hit that thumbs up. Hit subscribe and make sure that notification bell is rung. That way, anytime Wayne's on live or doing anything interesting with his channel, it'll send you a notification and you can help him out. If, however, you want to do something to quench his thirst, up at the top of the page, the link, you'll see a buy me a coffee. That will buy Wayne a glass of wine, though secretly he's using the money to improve his internet connectivity, so he can improve quality of his to the feed and get some cameras and things to help with the channel. So if you want to help the channel out, please hit that buy me a coffee up the top of the page. Really will make a difference.
You never know. If I do well with that, I might even know the Starlink.
Good Lord. Mission Control, Whitley Bay.
Jin and I have already talked about it, and we are probably going to do that.
He's a rocket man.
Ground Control to Major Clasper.
I don't know who I'm subscribed to anymore. Ella, I don't think it was the other day I found JP's channel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jamie's
It wasn't his
apologising to you
fault.
now, Katie.
Douglas Mangum says, "Oh, how the Wood Jedi? How long does it take?" Question's gone. How long does it take for someone to get as proficient as yourself?
Give me another 20 years and I'll tell you.
We have GPN and the chat, and we have Radar the Wood Turner in the chat too.
Cornish Maid says, "I'm not sure if I'm subbed to Dale. That's Maple Tree Studios."
No, don't tell your name, Pike.
All right, it's not Maple Tree Studios.
So far, that doesn't look like it's budged on the chuck.
No, it still looks centered. Which is always a good thing.
Mark Stroughton saying, "All hail the Wood Jedi. What angle are you presenting the tip of the wood, the tip of the tool, to the wood, please?"
I'm presenting the tool at sort of 90 degrees, so the tool is flat, and I've got the tool rest, so the tool is presenting on center.
Douglas Mungum says, "Dale, I'm trying to slow Wayne down, but it's not working."
See, I've got a great idea. What to do is ask him about wines, Douglas. Ask him about wines.
Wayne, who's Alan?
Alan!
Alan!
Sebastian Ossenhofer has asked question, Wayne, is the blade angle down?
No, it's sitting. I'm trying to keep it sitting horizontal, so it's sitting on center point, with the stem basically parallel to the bed bars. I've just got a little bit more to do at the bottom. Then I'll get on, do some sanding and do some colouring, I think. I'm not bothered about going through the bottom of this because it's already gone through the bottom.
Steve from SK Crafts wasn't here at the time that hole wasn't made.
If you did want to go through the bottom and it didn't have a hole in the bottom already, you could always use one of Mark's depth gauges.
I could.
Well, hey! See if he breaks cover. Let's see if he breaks cover. David Deadman's in. He says he's just bought you a coffee, Wayne.
Oh, cheers, David.
I'll be turning us in.
How you doing?
You have 100 watching, young lady.
Excellent.
A ton.
Right, I want to keep a bit of thickness on the bottom because I will have to part this off, unless I just take it off and sand it off.
Oh.
Right, still got a wee bit just there I want to get rid of.
Young Hobby Turner is saying, Wayne, if you want a funnel, you could use one of SK's depth gauges. Lol.
It's already got a funnel.
This isn't one more cut territory, is it?
No.
James Crawford's in. Wayne, can I drop a bit of an advert for the crafter?
Yeah. Can somebody find Mark's premiere? Mark's got a premiere tonight at 10 o'clock. If one of you could find that and stick the link in as well, please.
I can't put links in at the moment for some reason.
Oh,
We need
no,
to look into that.
Yeah. That's
You'll have to be
weird,
nice to
that
me.
is.
I mean, you'll have to be nice for me to do that kind of thing. That involves typing and stuff. Folks, the links we're pasting in is for March the 27th Virtual Craft Fair. Please, please, please go and check it out. That's the channel that it'll be running on. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notifications, and make sure you set the reminders for those folks that you want to see. First link we send through drops you into a playlist, and that playlist is the running order for the day. You just sit there, lean back, and watch the show.
That sounds like he's getting a bit thin.
Who, Mark? Or that
No.
thing you're doing?
Yes. Right. What I'll do, if I can find it, I'll start doing the part and cutting this. I'm ready to take it off.
And there's a link for Mark's video tonight.
In fact, no, I think I'm just going to sand the bottom of that.
You're 26 minutes past 8. What are you going to do for the rest of the hour?
It's okay, I've got some colouring to do yet.
Oh. Question from Twisted Pete. He asks, is the shape prototype for the 15-inch holoform vase thing Wayne is going to make this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing that between 9 and 1:30.
Yeah.
Alex Lambie's in?
Benjamin says, "Oh no, Mark's premiere collides with the Click and Clack show."
The great thing about videos is you can double back and watch it later. Not miss a thing, really? Really?
What's your fingers
Question is-
doing this, by the way?
The question is, will Mark be in his premiere?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Katie. Katie's just subscribed to my channel. Yay for me. Thank you.
Yay.
And there is no way at all I'm going to try and sand the inside of this.
Go on.
No. I like my fingers where they are on my hand.
Paul Smith is in.
Hey, Paul.
Terry's very happy posing. He's bouncing around saying, "Hi Paul, hi Paul, hi Paul."
He's got a dog jumping up on a trampoline, isn't he? Or a sheep in Terry's case.
Back.
Right. What size is this? 40.
Martin from Really Crazy saying he really wasn't expecting you to get as far as you have with that piece of wood, Wade.
Neither was I.
Stuart and Grulia is asking, I missed the start. What wood is this?
It's a piece of olive ash. There we go. Right. Let's give this a...
Jamie, young Doug Miller's asking, what's the topic for this week's Makers?
This week's Makers? Oh, it's going to be a good show, that's all I'm going to say. One not to miss.
I say nothing.
One not to
I
miss.
say nothing.
So be sure to go and subscribe to the Makers International podcast.
Please.
Over on the YouTubes.
Wayne, may I chuck in a link?
Yep. Definitely, if you watch all of them, this one is definitely one not to miss.
Definitely.
Folks, this is a link to Makers International Podcast. Go over and hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you click that notification bell. And this week's show should be a good one. Wayne, some character called JP Woodwork has given you £2 and said, "Practice piece."
Practice piece, Jimmy. It's got a hole in the bottom. You'll not want it. But thank you anyway. Right, take that off.
Hang on a minute, Wayne. My mum always gets them anyway.
Well, that's true enough.
Do you know what? I turned a plate today, took it in there and told her my mum, Wayne made it. And she was like, "Did he really? When did he send that?" I was like, "Are you serious?"
So Benjamin's given us a bit of an insight into his world. He says, "Why do I keep getting Facebook requests from people with strange names and women's bottoms in their photo?" Ben, the mind boggles. Douglas Adams is saying, Douglas Mungham. You can tell where my head's at. Wood Jedi. What is the best wine to drink with red meat, fish? How long do they need to breathe for? And what is the best for just plain boozing?
Right. The one I prefer for just plain boozing is a Pinotage. Any red will go well with red meat. Come on, work.
YV Woodshed suggesting that the reason that Ben attracts these strange pictures is his turn for the weirdo magnet. And Sebastian asks, "Would you also wet sand, or why not?"
Right, I wouldn't wet sand because I'm going to be colouring this.
The beard 16 is in.
Evening, Rich. Right, what I'm going to do here. That other gun wasn't working properly, so I'm just going to swap bottles off that gun onto this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to colour the inside black. And can I recommend, whenever you're using colours, to wear gloves?
Turn to boss said, "Ben, those friend requests are based on your Google search requests."
I say.
Right, so see if I can get
The
in
lovely
there.
Katie is currently subscribing to everyone. Katie, please go and subscribe to us on Makers International if you haven't. You might enjoy the show.
And please also subscribe to the Virtual Craft Festival website, or not the website, the YouTube channel, so you can catch all the live shows coming up.
Right, I'll spray the outside of this black as well, but I will knock this back so I can put a different colour on there.
Cool.
And what you'll find is that, seeing as how this is, it's got lots of ripple in this, and the grain is basically going everywhere. What you'll find is the black will stay in some of the grain and get knocked out of other parts of the grain.
Matt Held has just come into the room.
Evening, Matt.
You have 102 watching, Wayne, with 55 thumbs.
Excellent.
Folks, if you really like what Wayne's doing, please hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so as you let the YouTube algorithm know that you really like Wayne's stuff, and make sure you won't miss anything later. Alternatively, you can help him improve his wine knowledge by going up to the top of the page and clicking Buy Me a Coffee, and treating the man to a coffee or a bottle of wine that will let him use his other pennies to improve his channel.
There you go. John Nave says, "I really enjoy the Makers International podcast. I highly recommend it to everyone. This week is going to be fantastic. Everyone will definitely enjoy this one."
I'll tell you what. Let's
What?
get Drilly out.
Oh,
Yay!
shit. I need to get.
You mean
don't remember
O'Darndale? You mean O'Darndale?
No. I need to remember that. I need to remember the lyrics to this. Here we go.
I'm not using grit just yet.
Oh, I was thinking a Drilly song.
All right, you got a Drilly song as well.
We've got a Drilly song.
Drills that feel drilly.
No. We'll get to the grit one if it comes out. So, if it wasn't for your Drilly, where would you be? You'd be in the hospital or infirmary, 'cause you would have to son behind, and that's a catastrophe. So you better keep your hands on your Drilly. I always need to remember the third line in this chorus because I always get it wrong.
Because says, Wayne, do you always use the base cut of black when colouring?
I don't always. But what it'll do in this, I don't know if you can actually see there. It's actually staining some of the ripple.
You have 107 gorgeous, beautiful human beings watching the show, Wayne. Katie says she worries about Dale. I worry about GP. Do I need to worry about you too? I don't know, Jamie. What's
You
your
need to worry
opinion?
about me then. I just drank some coffee and it went down the wrong hole. I was trying my hardest with the cough.
I mean, I'm always grateful for people worrying about me, Katie, but I don't know. I'll leave that one to you to determine. The wonderful Christine and Michael Heseltine are in. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello,
Christine, Michael.
I don't have to worry about Dale. There's nothing wrong with him. That people know about.
Well, that people know about. That's where I was going to go, kind of thing.
Right, and now I think we'll stick some red onto that.
Ooh.
Did we miss Daniel? I'm not sure. Oh, Barry's Wood Creations is in.
Evening, Barry.
He may have been mentioned earlier.
Hello.
I have forgotten. And Kevin Howell's in.
Hello. Gary Letizier's in. I'm not sure if we mentioned him earlier.
You definitely did.
Alex Lambie, did we mention him?
We did.
I should pay more attention.
You should.
I must take these airbrushes for a clean.
Do you know, I'm going to say this at this point, that's looking absolutely stunning.
Yes.
Right, I'll give that a dry off with the hot air gun.
You Manic Maker's in and Zed's in. Zed has a question. He says, "Hey Wayne, not sure if you've noticed, but there's a sizable hole in your urn, bud."
Where? Oh, bugger! So there is.
He had a catch. I feel that needs a lid, Wayne.
I feel that there's woodworm on the go around about Wayne's workshop. I mean, look at the size of the thing. It's more like one of those worms from June. Look at it.
You ever seen the film Tremors?
Yes.
That kind of woodworm.
Oh man,
Right.
you should watch June. You'll see what I'm talking about. I mean,
yes,
childhood is
definitely.
huge. I have been here from the start, and you haven't seen me, says Colin Izzard. Mark Stratton says, time to put the shoulder back to the grind, storing work calls, rest out, right, what was that one? And catch the rest, laters, bye.
Take it easy.
Dubois says, Tannese Dubois says, that hole is just a minor scratch.
Just a flesh wound.
As Zombie says, it's just a flesh wound, merely a flesh wound. I feel a Monty Python sketch coming on. Cornish Maid says, it looks like something from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, lol, but she loves the shape, and she's blowing you a kiss, Wayne.
Ruby
Oh,
Claire
thank
says,
you.
happy St. Paddy's Day, everybody.
The temptation to make a Irish stereotyping statement is quite high, but we're going to go with mine's is a Guinness.
Now, parts
That's
of
really
this are
nice.
just soaking in the cellulose sand and sealer. I'm not very sure how well this will take lacquer. I'm going to let that dry off just for a couple of minutes.
Derek Brightwell asks, what is the paint?
It's Hampshire Sheen Intrinsic wood stains. I've used black and ruby.
I'm sure Ruby won't be too pleased if you've used Ruby on that.
Yeah, I know.
Tony Dubois says, I'll raise a glass of whiskey, spelt wrong, to all of you this evening. It's not whiskey.
Must be
Spelt
Irish.
wrong. Must be Irish. You could just say, I'll raise a glass of Jameson's to you all this evening. That's all I'm saying.
Right, I'm going to try doing some lacquer on this now.
You think it would help if I blew on it from here? Nah, it's not working. Tonnage Dubois saying, so make it a bourbon. Yeah, we can agree on one thing. Bourbon is bourbon, and whiskey is obviously spelled without any E. Gerald the French Wood Tunnel says, I won the best Paddy's Days disguise with the Zoom contest with the French Embassy. He says, Wood Risley by Colin says, love a Guinness.
Right. So I'm using chestnut acrylic gloss lacquer. I'll probably just put, I'll put one coat on and see how it soaks in.
The Beard 16 is clearly, so I'm not sure where Rich is going with this. He's Rich intelligent. Rich is an intelligent, capable man. He says, I'll raise a glass of Yorkshire tea to you all too. I think you might be missing the point. You know, I mean, it needs to be Irish, some sort of Irish tea. Go on.
Yeah.
Cornish Maid saying that when I blew in her ear, it was too loud. She wants a warning next time. Good Lord. Sebastian Ossenhofer. Yes, steady on. Sebastian Ossenhofer saying, Dune, great movie where Patrick Stewart rides the mighty wonky Wookiee to Babylon 5.
Douglas Mum says, Dale, there is a bit of an echo. Echo.
Is there really?
There is.
Really?
Really loud?
No, it's livable with.
How about now?
Right, what time are we on?
Coming up
You got
to
enough
the
time,
quarter to the hour.
for a lid.
No, I'm not doing a lid on this, Jamie. I'm gonna let that dry off just a wee while, and I'll get my Jacob's chuck set up so I can sand the bottom off.
Richard Fenn says, Dale, for your information, the oldest licensed distillery is Bushmills in Ireland. Absolutely correct, and you're 100% correct. But just everywhere I go,
Tornage the boss says, if you don't make a lid, all the contents can get out.
it's Jameson's. Brent Wilcroft saying, our 1812 reenactment group is having a Guinness night tonight on Zoom. It's not the same. It's not the same unless you manage to put your arm around someone, staggering down the street, saying, "I love you, I love you." It's just not the same unless you can do that digitally. And I haven't come across the technology. And if I did, there'd probably be the wrong kind of channel that had it. QQQ from John Scarborough.
Yeah.
Stuff will spill out without a lid, Wayne.
Yeah. Such is life. Right, I'm going to see if I can get this chuck off, because every time I try and get this chuck off, the insert bloody gets stuck. No, it came this time, yes. So whenever you're using a chuck or a Jacob's chuck in the headstock, so I'm going to be using the Jacob's chuck in the headstock, try and get the two-most taper that's threaded inside. And what you do is you use a drawbar going in from the other side of the headstock to hold it in place. That way it is perfectly safe and you've got no chance of the chuck actually coming out.
I'm going to have a go at this, and I apologise if I'm mangle it. I think it's Latilia DeLilo, or it might be Lionel, hiding behind that nom de plume, is in the chat. Folks, if you really like what Wayne's doing, please hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you ring that notification bell so that any content that Wayne produces, you get notified by YouTube when it's on and when it's coming. If you want to help improve the channel, go up to the top of the live chat. Up there you'll find a link that says Buy Me a Coffee. What that will do is buy Wayne a glass of wine to allow him to spend his pocket money on improving the channel.
I probably should have waited to put the lacquer on before I did this. Until after I did this, I should say.
David Deadman says they saw the ideal t-shirt for you, Wayne. It says they call me Wood Turner because Lord of the Lathe has seemed a bit arrogant.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Katie, the Cornish maid, is asking, what wood is it, Wayne?
It's olive ash, Katie. Now, usually I would have parted this off, but there's not very much wood at the bottom there to work with.
Tonnage Dubois says here's $5 for being an all-round amazing guy.
Oh, cheers, thank you.
Paul Dowling says, haha, no, I finally fixed the washing machine, so I'm a hero around here now. Yay! Folks, a few links in the chat while we're waiting for Wayne to pass this through. The first link is for Mark the Gentleman Woodturner's premiere tonight. I think Mark is on at
10 o'clock, I think.
10 o'clock. Actually, I think I've posted the wrong one. Sorry, I'll do that again. I've just posted one that's due in 4 days. So that's his live, folks. That's his live. The one we're after is this one. Double the linking here. This one is his live for this evening. Go check him out. It should be pretty good. We also have coming up this weekend, we have the Makers International podcast. So if you want to be kept in touch with what's going on in the podcast, please jump over there and subscribe. And finally, the link for the Virtual Craft Festival in the chat. Virtual Craft Festival, which includes Wayne, is on March 27th. Tune in, check him out. Make sure you set the reminder. The link we've posted takes you to the playlist for the day, which has the running order all embedded, so you can just click on that and tune out and watch all these fantastic crafters.
Yep. Also, if you're interested in being part of the Virtual Craft Festival, feel free to message me, and we'll see if we can arrange something.
Or reach out to anyone who's on the show.
Yeah. Usually their details are in the descriptions of their lives. And yeah.
I'm just going to pop this on here and give it another coat of lacquer.
Is it worth a different camera angle, or are we nearly done?
That one, I'll just move this that way a wee bit.
Look at that.
Right.
That looks
there
almost coppery from this angle.
Right, I will get some photos up on social tomorrow. I'll see if I can pick this up without putting finger marks all over it.
Dun, 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 dun. 2 fingers. Dangerous paint.
And there we are.
Very nice, mate.
And just for Jamie, there's a funnel.
Hey!
Woohoo! So that's it. Just a wee vase pot type thing, just to show some hollowing with voids in that it can be done. You've just got to be a wee bit on the careful side.
Awesome.
Grand. Right then, guys.
Lots of love in the chat.
Excellent. I'm pleased you enjoyed that. On Friday, I'll be doing some texturing using the Sorby texturing tool, and finishing off doing a bowl inspired by Nick Agar and also Jeff Hornung as well. So there'll be some texturing and some colouring done on a bowl on Friday.
Boom. Lots of love out in the chat.
Excellent. I'll just give it one final look, and then I'm going to shoot off in the house. And surprisingly enough, I'm probably going to have a glass of wine.
Good Lord. Remember, people, have a lovely Mr. Mark, the gentleman Bude from Dude. Hey, Dude from Bude is on
Dude from
tonight.
Bude even.
He's linked somewhere in the chat. I've lost track of it, so sorry. But check him out. He's on 9:30, is it? 9:30 today.
Is it 9:30? I thought it was 10 o'clock.
Might be.
Well, whatever.
Check him out.
Go and find it. Go and find it. It'll be good. I think he's doing in the premiere tonight. I think it's a bowl with a bit of milliput in the rim. I think that's what he's doing tonight.
It is. That's certainly for the description said earlier.
Yeah, grand. Right, guys, I'm going to hit the button. Thanks very much for coming along. I don't know who's on tomorrow lunchtime.
I have no idea. Used to be me once upon a time, but not
anymore. Is Brian on a Thursday lunchtime?
Woo! Brian. A boy called Brian.
And I think Keith's on tomorrow night. And then I'll be back on Friday lunchtime.
I thought it was Scott. But anyway, nonetheless, someone's on tomorrow night. Go check them out.
Yep, somebody's on tomorrow night. Right, guys, I'm going to end it there, so I'm going to hit the button. Thanks, everybody, for coming along. Much appreciated. And thank you for the glasses of wine as well. That's much appreciated as well. And the super chats. And I will see you soon.